Hey yo, E-King Fight News. And I'm gonna dedicate this one to Dillian Whyte, Joseph Parker. In my opinion, this is a fight that I have a hard time supporting. And I'm gonna tell you why in just a minute. E-King Fight News, man. More on this. You know, I find it really hard to believe that Eddie Hearn made this fight in 48 hours. I find it shocking that he can make this heavyweight fight, but it takes him damn near 3 months to agree on a fucking location for Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder. That was just to figure out the goddamn location. You know, unbelievable. It really is unbelievable. But not only that, but this boy, Dillian Whyte, I mean, when I call him the duck snatcher, I really mean this dude. Like, this fight right here is the epitome of ducking. You know, he claims he wants to fight for titles. He claims all this great stuff that we want to hear from fighters. Oh, I'll fight anybody. I'll smash him to bits. Luis Ortiz, he's an old man. I'll smash him to bits. He's rubbish. You know, I had to throw that in there, but I mean, for real though, this fight is ingrained in ducking. Like, your boy Dillian Whyte was ordered to fight Luis Ortiz. We don't know what he would have gotten paid to fight Luis Ortiz. Joseph Parker is big in Australia. We know he's big in Australia. He could have made a fight down under, you know, and he probably could have made some good coin out of that. But instead, he chooses to take on another Eddie Hearn fighter in Dillian Whyte. And I mean, really, if you really saw what Joseph Parker went through in the AJ fight, he got screwed over. He got screwed over like Carlos Takam. Like, literally. The only saving face is he went 12 rounds. But has Joseph Parker once complained about the whole situation with the referee? We all know that referee was fucked. I've never seen that ref. I don't even recall ever seeing that dude show up and actually ref a couple fights. I would have to look up that guy's box rec to figure out if he's reffed any fights that I've seen. But like, there's literally no defending that referee. And Joseph Parker didn't have one criticism about that whole situation. So, I don't know, it's just kind of eerie to me. It's kind of eerie, and I don't know if I could trust Joseph Parker's motives in coming in here to take a fight with Dillian Whyte. I mean, for all I know, he's just taking it for a paycheck. And I want to know that he's still a fucking fighter and he wants to destroy Dillian Whyte. That's what I want to know. But at the same time, I mean, at the end of the day, will I cover this fight live? Possibly. It's possible. I mean, shit, we cover boxing out here. So yeah, we're gonna cover the fight live. Am I gonna do anything to build this fight up into something that will pique interest? I mean, it depends on these two guys. If these two guys make headlines, yeah, we're gonna talk about it. If these two guys just sit back, train, stay quiet, you know, don't really build the fight, then that's on them. You know, I'm not gonna go out of my way to build a fight between this ducking ass Dillian Duck Whyte Dillian Duck Whyte versus fucking Joseph Parker. Where Parker, he should really be, I mean, I guess it's a decent fight coming off of that AJ loss, but I would have expected him to really try and show up. Maybe fight a big baby Miller. Maybe fight, you know, go for the WBA regular. I mean, that's what Tyson Fury's trying to do. Tyson Fury's trying to set up a fight with Manuel Charr. That's what Joseph Parker should be trying to do. Go out there, be that road warrior, take on Manuel Charr, and grab another title. You know, make your name relevant again in the heavyweight division. This Dillian Whyte dude, man, yeah, whoop his ass. You better fucking whoop his ass. Because he's there to be whooped. But I don't know if he has that intention, man. I don't know, man. Sneaky ass Eddie Hearn. You know, in my first video, I said Dillian Whyte. I said Eddie Hearn had Joseph Parker in his back pocket. If y'all don't understand the connotation of that, that's on you. But I mean, I think this fight is not. It might turn out to be a decent fight, but at the end of the day, it's a fight ingrained in ducking. Dillian Whyte ducked 2 guys and settled on a Joseph Parker. And it's a good thing Dillian Whyte has no belts. You know, he should really be stripped of that WBC silver title because it didn't get him anywhere. And he's not following up, trying to become mandatory. So get that silver belt the fuck out of there, man. Give it to someone who deserves it at the end of the day. So those are just my thoughts on this whole Dillian Whyte situation, man. This dude really act like he wanted to fight. Like, the one that really, the part that really irks me is these guys act like they want to fight King Kong Luis Ortiz. But when it comes down to, you know, making a fight happen, these guys are nowhere to be found, man. Guys, all these UK guys are nowhere to be found. Even Joseph Parker. He act like he want to fight everybody. You know, he fucking talking that. He talks a gang of shit. He talked a gang of shit against Anthony Joshua in the build-up to that fight. You know, talking about he got a weak chin. Oh, I'm going to test that chin, man. I'm going to knock this dude the fuck out, man. We going to knock him out and all this bullshit. He comes out, boxing off the back foot, damn near the whole fight. Whenever he got on the inside, the referee fucked him and broke him up. But, I mean, Joseph Parker could have done more. No excuses for him either, man. He can't fight you. And I mean, like on paper, this is a halfway decent fight. But it's like I said, man. It's like I said, man. There's too much ducking going on, man. And I really, like, at the end of the day, Joseph Parker, maybe he's just taking the payday that's out there for him. Maybe he got used to that AJ money and this was somewhere in that ballpark. But I mean, shit, man. It is what it is. It just is what it is. I don't know if I can support this fight, man. Not only that, but there's speculation that Joseph Parker might take a dive for Dillian Whyte. I mean, he's not talking that confident talk that we saw in the lead up to the AJ fight. Dillian Whyte out here, you know, he posts a lot of gym videos. Good for him. He's getting some work in. But, I mean, as long as he's with Eddie Hearn, and I believe that's going to be pretty much for his whole goddamn career, I don't see him stepping up and taking on the best names. And what's really going on is Eddie Hearn is trying to set up a rematch with Dillian Whyte and Anthony Joshua. That's what's really going on, guys, if y'all didn't know. Yeah, originally, Eddie Hearn's original plan was to set up Dillian Whyte versus Deontay Wilder. And by some miracle, Dillian Whyte was to win that fight, snatch that WBC title, and then he would have an in-house undisputed matchup between Anthony Joshua and Dillian Whyte for undisputed. That was his fucking dream scenario, Eddie Hearn. Now, shit hit the fan with Dillian Whyte because he can't get a shot at Deontay Wilder, legitimately. So now Eddie Hearn's gonna try and freeze out Deontay Wilder, or consider it at least. And if Dillian Whyte were to beat Joseph Parker, that would put him in line for a potential may put him in line for a potential rematch with Anthony Joshua. So I want to know what your thoughts are on that, because I definitely believe, knowing Eddie Hearn, his bitch ass patterns right now of ducking Deontay Wilder, I would not be surprised if Dillian Whyte got his victory over Joseph Parker he comes out and he calls out AJ for a rematch. I mean, that does not surprise me. Let me know what you guys think. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And it is what it is, guys. Peace out, man. Take care.